Braun and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code STRONG for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code STRONG.
The New York City Police Department scooping up $30 million in counterfeit merchandise in a sweeping raid on Canal Street. That's where lots of tourists go to shop for designer items at bargain prices. Correspondent David Folk Thomas reports from New York City.
The crackdown taking place along the thoroughfare in Lower Manhattan, where tourists flock to buy everything from knockoff designer Gucci and Chanel handbags to fake Rolex watches. The New York Post reports 8 vendors were arrested and face charges of counterfeiting property over $1,000. A similar police raid in November netted $10 million in counterfeit items and led to 17 arrests.
In Canada, residents evacuated due to a wildfire.
Thousands of people are rushing to evacuate the capital of Canada's Northwest Territories. Right. The provincial capital, Yellowknife, is home to about 20,000 people, and they've all been ordered to evacuate, along with people in several other communities. About 19,000 have left the city as a massive wildfire creeps towards Yellowknife and a major highway. Fire crews are battling more than 230 active wildfires in the province. I'm Chris Coraggio.
Elon Musk says users of X will no longer be able to block accounts except for in private messages. Reporter Julie Ryan with the latest.
He wrote in a post announcing the key safety feature would be eliminated. He did not give a reason for getting rid of the block function or say when it would take effect.
And I'm Laura Winters, USA News.
Freshness ladies, you with Febreze small spaces.
Want continuous freshness that fights odors with no batteries and no outlets? Try Febreze Small Spaces. Ah, but what's a small space? To answer that, we brought in our lawyer.
Small spaces include, but are not limited to, bathrooms, closets, laundry room, kid room, pet corners, man cave, shoe sheds, most nooks, and all crannies.
There you go. Febreze Small Spaces is the world's most convenient. Febreze Small Spaces is super convenient and never stops freshening for 45 days.
Free happy Febreze, la 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 la.
Okay.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WVVF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests. Hey, Joey, what's happening? I mean, what's happening in Middleboro and surrounding towns? It's time for the Middleboro Week in Review with your host, Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news, Middleboro news, here on AM 1530 WVBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
And good morning. I'm Joey Driscoll. And today is World Cup Sunday, Dawn. Yeah, all right. we need our in studio applause here. Yeah, all right. World Cup Sunday. I'm excited. Dawn's excited, right?
Oh yeah, thrilled. Can't you tell my face?
All right. So like I said yesterday,
I did play soccer in the 7th, 8th grade, though. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah, I had Mr. Constantine was my teacher in the 7th grade, and I don't remember the name of my coach in the 8th grade, but I wish it was Mr. Constantine, but he was the best.
Like I said yesterday on Silver City Meeting House, I'd be giving updates throughout my show on how the World Cup is going. Right now, we're in the 52nd minute, and Spain leads England 1-0 in the final. So we'll keep an update. We'll keep an eye on that for everybody over the next hour here. So that's what's going on. So what is going on, Don? How are you doing today?
Good. Beautiful Sunday morning, right?
Yeah, it is pretty beautiful out today. Better than yesterday. It was raining a little bit yesterday, but it's much better today. Give a quick little weather update here. First in Taunton, 59 degrees. A high of 85 today and a high of 87 tomorrow. So the next 2 days will be pretty warm. Tomorrow night, 63 degrees for the low. No rain in the forecast the first part of the week, which is great. The end of the week could see some rain, but most of this week is going to be rather nice in Taunton. Middleboro, 63 degrees, a high of 86 today, a high of 88 tomorrow. Pretty nice weather again through Thursday, and then next weekend could be a little bit rainy, but we'll see if that changes over the next couple of days. But that is what's going on there in Middleboro. Driscoll, Texas, 80 degrees, 103 today. But the heat seems like it's going to be going away a little bit. Tomorrow, 99. And on Tuesday, 87 degrees with some rain in the forecast. So the heat seems to finally be breaking a little bit. It'll be short-lived, unfortunately, as it'll go back up to 100 degrees once again for Saturday and Sunday, and pretty close to that for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in Driscoll, Texas. Driscoll, North Dakota, 55 degrees. Rain in the forecast right now. It's raining currently. 64 degrees for the high today in Driscoll, North Dakota. After today, a beautiful week in Driscoll, North Dakota. No rain at all. No rain at all. And seems like the weather's been rather good for the North Dakota area. Some areas might have gotten some rain. I did hear that Sturgis took place recently, Don.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were talking to someone who was at Sturgis a week ago, or a week or so ago. So
I think last week.
Yeah.
He just got back.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
So Sturgis took place.
Yep. That's a pretty big event for the motorcycle community. And I think a lot of people enjoy it. I mean, same as Laconia. That happens usually in June. So, yeah, I think it brings a lot of economical development and a lot of money to that area. But, it's like anything. It brings trouble, too.
It does.
Yeah. Some people just, that's their thing. What do we like to do? We ride trains.
I do want to mention that today, August 20th, is National Radio Day. National Radio Day, celebrated every year, August 20th. Celebrates radio and celebrates everything radio. So, happy National Radio Day, Don.
Oh, thank you, Joey. Should have worn the radio, right?
Yeah, exactly. Happy National Radio Day. And
Yeah.
happy National Radio Day to all the listeners out there as well of WVBF. If you want to contact us, if you want to talk to Joe Driscoll and Don Driscoll, 508-822-1106 is the number. 508-822-1106 is the call-in number today. So, again, it is 7:13. We've got a lot going on today on the show. Again, throughout the show, we'll be updating you on what's going on with the World Cup as well. And I just want to mention that there's an event today, an open house today. Easton Public Schools invites the community to a ribbon-cutting ceremony and open house for the new Blanchette A. Ames Elementary School. That is today at 50 Spooner Street in East Northeastern. Apologize for that mistake there. It's Northeastern. The ribbon-cutting ceremony will be held at 10 a.m. with a secondary children's ribbon cutting to immediately follow. So again, at the new school here, 50 Spooner Street, Easton in Northeastern. Following the ceremony, an open house will be held at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So that is this morning, with activities for all ages, a touch-a-truck style display will be available and the school's playgrounds will be open for use. Additional children's activities such as face painting and balloon artists will be on hand as well. Cornhole and other lawn games as well at the event, coordinated by the Easton Community Recreation Department, will be set up for families. Food trucks and refreshments will also be available for purchase. Guided tours of the new school will be given. The tours can be joined at any time during the open house. So again, the open house is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. this morning. And again, that is at the new Blanchett A. Ames Elementary School at 50 Spooner Street in Northeastern Massachusetts. Just wanted to mention that. That is happening today. I also want to mention that this Thursday is the final Middleboro Summer Concert Series concert at Middleboro Town Hall later on this week. Thursday, August 24th, Dennis and Friends will be performing. And that's the final one for the year.
Really? There's not a makeup one? There's been some rainouts. Isn't there that last...
I don't know if there will be a makeup one. I just have this on the list here. This is just from the list. This is the last one on the list.
Is that an old list?
I wouldn't say it is. I've been checking.
I'd check.
Friends.
I'd check. Oh, that's their updated version. That's the updated website you're looking at?
No, I'm looking at this. This is the list we were given.
All right.
This is the last one on the list.
Okay, but there might be one.
I would check Middleboro Friends Facebook just to make sure that this is the last one.
I would, or you would.
People out there.
What about you as a Middleboro?
I can't check it right now.
Well, you can check it
after the show.
That'd be good. Because they usually have a makeup, right?
Yes, but multiple were canceled. So I don't know if they're gonna have multiple makeup days or not.
Okay.
Multiple were canceled this
So
year.
it might be the last, but
this might be the last one.
Might be.
If this gets rained out, I think this is the one that if this gets rained out, this gets pushed back to the next Thursday. I think this is the one. If I'm not wrong, I think this is the one that gets pushed back. If this one doesn't take place, this gets pushed back to the first.
You got to send out your crack research team on that one, right?
I will have more information on that on Thursday.
All right.
But like I said, I think this last one, if this last one gets canceled, this will get pushed back to September 1st. I think that's how it's gone in the past. So, but I know multiple ones have been canceled, so I'm not sure they're all going to be rescheduled or not. But anyway, moving on from that, in addition to all the music that will be taking place, there'll be food and drink options available for purchase. Plenty of seating available, and concert goers can always bring their own seats as well. Can relax and enjoy a bite to eat while listening to the great music. Again, some great bands have played this year.
And the popcorn's good.
Yes. The Middleboro Summer Concert Series is put together every year by the Middleboro Friends, a non-profit organization of citizens working together to strengthen the community. To learn more about the group, be sure to check out their Facebook page.
All right.
So I'm not 100% sure this is the last one, but this is one of the last ones. If it's not the last one, it's one of the last ones of this season. And I think in the past, the last one on the schedule, if the last one was canceled, then there would have been a rain date for the last one.
The last of the last of the last
of
the last.
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
I think that's how it went. I think that's how it went in the past.
Yes.
But I will check. Actually, I think I can check Middleboro Friends here.
And while you're doing that, our good friend Danny Harmon from Distant Signal Productions, who's been called in several times on this show. He's our friend from Tampa, Florida, who does rail fanning, video, and does videos on YouTube. He just put a new one out last night, 11 hours ago, exploring Waycross and the Bow Line. So Waycross is obviously a big CSX rail yard down in Waycross, Georgia. So it's 25 minutes and 41 seconds of enjoyment. So anybody who's been listening to the show, has been listening to Danny, and is interested in this kind of stuff, he does have a new video that just came out. It's I got him on the Railfan Danny, but it's distantsignal.com. It's on YouTube, and he's already got he got 17,000 views in 11 hours. So that's pretty good for just putting out a video. He's well received by a lot of people in this country, and around the world. So he's really, and I'm glad he has the time to call us every once in a while and talk about what he's doing down there in Florida and his video, doing all his video work.
Okay, I can't get to it right now.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to give everyone an update on that on Thursday because I cannot get to it right now. I have to use my phone for that, and I don't want to disrupt the Facebook broadcast. So I promise that an update will be coming on that on Thursday. But that's what we have on the list. Is that Dennis and Friends is the last one of the season, unless there is a rain makeup date for one of the bands out there that I don't know about yet. But we'll check on that. I'll have more information on that for Middleboro Matters on Thursday. All right, it is 7:21. We will be right back. We're going to... actually, before we take that commercial break, quick update on what's going on with the World Cup. 65th minute, still 1-0 Spain. Spain is less than 25 minutes away from winning the World Cup. So keep an update on that throughout the show. If the result stands, that result will become clear before the end of the show. If that result does not stand, then we're going to extra time, and I won't be able to say who won the game, but definitely check out the game if you can find it on the television. But just give an update there. It's in the 65th minute currently, so still plenty of time for England. But anyway, we're going to take our first commercial break. We'll be right back here on Middleboro in Review. I'm Joey Driscoll. I'm joined by Don. This is WVBF 1530 AM and 99.7 FM. We will be right back in just a few minutes.
I'm seeing nothing either on my phone.
What?
I'm seeing nothing on my phone either.
What?
Middleboro Friends.
No, yes, and probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
It's probably not.
Well, the Facebook page is not really that updated. Their last thing was due to weather on 8/10, which is, there's already been a show Thursday, right? Oh, Thursday rained, right?
No.
No?
No, I don't. I think they still had it. Yeah, I'm assuming no. Unless I'm assuming no.
I think it's one of those things. Okay. It's gonna pop up if needed.
Yeah.
Meaning, if they gotta reach out to somebody and see if they want to play that last show, and if they do, they do. They don't.
Service for your car. They are a direct
The shed inspectors
from all major insurance companies.
got to play, right?
You can reach them at 508-583-1495. They're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5.
So I re-upped with them at the beginning of the year, so they're not due until November. Okay. So I gotta talk to tomorrow. Nick Geronimo. Alright. I gotta talk to these guys too before the end of the summer. Combat veterans. Talked to them last.
What about
last summer?
St. Vincent de Paul? You gotta try.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, I gotta do that.
or simply to
Probably in the fall when things get caught up, I'll probably start giving them on Saturday here and there. I am always set up. So I don't have time this summer.
Many members continue to serve in the armed forces, with several serving in combat areas now. We sponsor and or participate in many motorcycle-related charity events each year, and as a nonprofit organization, donate to various veteran care facilities.
I think I'm gonna do my today's histories early.
Learn more about the Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association and how you can
Do I
join
have
or
a
support.
whole bunch?
Please visit cvma2-2.org.
Hi, this is Martha Clopin, your host
Do
for
I have a whole
Medicare Moment
bunch
with Martha. Each week, we
of
present
today's
the latest
histories?
information on health, legal, and lifestyle issues that affect
Oh
you
yeah, I
and
have a
your
bunch
family.
of like today's
It's
histories and stuff
fascinating,
like that.
fast-paced, and fun as we explore all
And I
aspects
think
of
the
I'm gonna do those early.
Marshville Fair started.
for Medicare
Oh, okay.
Moment with Martha,
Thanks.
Saturday mornings at 8 and Sunday mornings at
We'll look
9
into that.
on AM 1530 and 99.7
Maybe.
FM.
All right.
WBBF, your hometown radio station.
And we're back as I turn down the music. There we go. All right. 7:26 a.m. Open phone lines today. 508-822-1106. 508-822-1106 is the number. Quick World Cup update. 69th minute. 1-0 Spain. So, I'll do the today in history a little early today because there's quite a bit here to do. So I want to mention all of them. So we have, the first one we have is 1866. President Andrew Johnson formally declares the American Civil War over. August 20th, 1866. 1882, August 20th. Trotsky's 1812 Overture debuts in Moscow, Russia. Very important piece of classical music, that 1812 Overture. I think the 1812 Overture has been a lot of movies on. The 1812 Overture. I think that's been in a lot of movies. I've heard it in several movies. It's very important piece of classical music. 1920. We were just talking about National Radio Day. August 20th, 1920, the first commercial radio station, 8MK, now known as WWJ, begins operations in Detroit. On the same exact day, August 20th, 1920, the National Football League is organized as the American Professional Football Conference in Canton, Ohio. Canton, Ohio is where they have the Hall of Fame now, and they have the Hall of Fame game every year as well. Canton is still a big football city. They have the USFL final, the championship game. I think that's played in Canton as well. So still a huge football city is Canton, Ohio. 1938, Lou Gehrig hits his 23rd career Grand Slam, a record that stood for 75 years until it was broken by another New York Yankee, Alex Rodriguez. 1940, World War II, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill makes the fourth of his famous wartime speeches, containing the line, "Never was so much owed by so many to so few." Birthdays on this day. Don.
Yes.
We have a president who has a birthday on this day. 1833, Benjamin Harrison, American general, lawyer, politician, and the 23rd president of the United States.
Yeah, he was sandwiched between Grover Cleveland, who was 22, and 24.
Yep.
And he's the only president who was elected, then lost, and then I think Benjamin Harrison was one term, obviously, and then Grover Cleveland was 24. So East Sandwich, and he's I think he's the grandson of William Harry Henderson.
Yes.
Okay, and he made it 30 days. He caught pneumonia, and he died 31 days into his administration. So that was
when the Clevelands left the White House. I remember hearing this on a YouTube video. When the Clevelands left the White House,
the first time.
Yes, the first time. His wife said, "I want to see everything exactly the way I left it, when we come back 4 years from now." And they did. They came back 4 years later. Yeah, he won. Second time.
There was a slew of one-term presidencies during that time, during the late 18 and into the. I think that the cycle wasn't broken. I think
before and after the war.
I think Grant. It was Grant, and then I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was all one terms up until McKinley. And he didn't even finish because he was assassinated on his second term, I believe. So
yeah, and a lot of historians, for the most part, say a lot of those presidents were not that good. That's what historians say.
I mean, but you could say anything you want after that.
Exactly. No, you're right.
That's how times were the times, and that's how things were going on at the time, and I think everyone did their best. That's all you can really say. I mean.
What I'll say for Polk, Polk was a president who kept his promises. He laid out several different things he wanted to do, and he met those promises. And I think he had a successful term. He had one term. He didn't seek re-election. He wanted to just do one term. He didn't seek re-election. He retired. I think a part of why he retired there, he didn't seek a last term, was because he was sick towards the end of his term, I think. He died just a few months after.
Were you reading up on Polk?
Polk is a very interesting person.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
Polk is a very interesting person.
Yeah.
Again, he kept all of his campaign promises that he said about doing them, and he really did a good job meeting those promises. So.
Well,
that's just my opinion.
Well, John Quincy Adams, I mean, after he finished his term, he became a representative, state, a U.S. representative from Massachusetts. And then I believe Taft was he was in the Supreme Court. He was the Chief Justice after the fact, so.
Yes, and historians say he was pretty good Supreme Justice. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But anyway,
just because their term or their presidency wasn't stellar in the historics' eyes,
and historians kind of say the same thing about Polk, because some of the wars he got into, the Mexican War as well, the Mexican War for Texas and California, and that, but. We ended up getting those.
Well, there's so many different opinions out there. Some people would think he's terrible because of that. Other people wouldn't think that. It's just all about the times. You can't go back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just that's what happened at that time. I mean, it's just.
I think what I'll say is that he kept his promises, and that is a good thing.
Well,
in my opinion,
nothing's really changed. There's still war going on. I mean, you figured we'd be. As a world civilization, I think you're seeing the suffrage and everything going on. You think everyone get their act together and stop fighting, but we still got wars going on to this day. I mean, it's not like we evolved out of that because we haven't.
Yeah.
Not saying the United States, but we've got all these other countries. I mean, there's other countries that are at war, and for no good reason. I think, in my opinion. So.
So that's a little. That's a little Middleboro review, politics review, I guess.
That's about as far as we're going to get.
That's as far as we're going to get.
Yeah, that's it.
But
not on Sunday morning. People don't want to hear it on Sunday morning. People do not want to hear it.
Of course not. But
they hear it all week. It's hammered into their heads.
That's something I wanted to mention.
Some people are so sick of it.
That's something I wanted to mention with Polk because he did keep his promises. Whether you agree with those promises or not. that's your opinion.
Right.
And but he kept his promises, which is a good thing. All right.
Yeah.
We have our next birthday now. 1868. Eleanor Roosevelt.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Ellen Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Ellen Roosevelt.
I know that's a name. Eleanor, though. Yeah, they all call her Eleanor.
Okay.
That was her name. I mean, Ellen's her real name. Right?
Okay. Ellen Roosevelt.
Eleanor Roosevelt. They would call her Eleanor.
This is not Franklin Delano Roosevelt's wife, though.
Oh, it's not.
No, this is another Roosevelt.
Oh, Ellen.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. She started playing tennis with her sister Grace Roosevelt, in 1879 when her father installed a tennis court at their mansion. She won the women's singles title in the 1890 U.S. Championships, defeating the 1888 and 1889 champion Bertha Townsend in the final 2 sets. The same year, she won the doubles title with her sister. They were the first pair of sisters to win the U.S. Championships and remained the only pair to do so until the Williams sisters did it. Venus and Serena Williams. They equaled their achievement in 1999. At the 1893 U.S. Championships, she won the mixed doubles title with Oliver Campbell. And she was the first cousin of Franklin Delano Roosevelt and was inducted into the National Tennis Hall of Fame in 1975.
I knew there was a connection.
There is a connection there. Yes, there is. Don, guess whose birthday it is today? You actually guessed today that yesterday was. You were mentioning today this morning to me that yesterday was Ian Gillan's birthday.
Right.
Well, today is Robert Plant's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Robert Plant.
Yes.
Okay.
Robert Plant still out there doing some great music.
Yeah, what's he today? From the 70s somewhere?
1948, so 75.
Oh.
Wait, no, 75.
Wow.
Yeah. And Led Zeppelin is still out there doing music. It's just they're not called Led Zeppelin anymore. They're called Greta Van Fleet.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely go listen to Greta Van Fleet because they sound a lot like
they're
Led
awesome.
Zeppelin.
Oh my god!
And they're very, very good.
Sometimes these cover bands are better than the originals because they've been playing. I mean, the originals band like Zeppelin, they didn't put very many albums out. They've gone between 1968 and 1980, and they were done.
Yes.
Putting albums out, and then you go from 1980 to 2023, which is over double the time. You got all these bands perfecting their material, and it's unbelievable. Like take Journey for instance, right?
Yes.
The new singer there.
Yes.
Okay. All sorts of bands. When they were looking for new singers, they went to people who were in cover bands, and they were singing the same materials for years and years and years and years, over and over. And why wouldn't you pick it, right?
Yeah, there's several bands that did that.
Yeah.
You have your Journey.
Yeah.
You have
Judas Priest did it.
Judas Priest did it.
Yep.
Now I think Queensway might have done it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
All
there's
these
several bands have done
Now,
it.
you played something for me this morning that kind of got me off surprise. I mean, we're talking since, the early 90s? They haven't done anything in the studio as far as the original Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses has done something recently. They put out a new song.
Good new single, yeah. We heard it this morning.
Called Perhaps. It's very, very good.
Yeah, no, it is good, yeah.
There's rumors about another song coming out. I think it's going to be coming out in October called The General. Haven't really heard too much about it. I just heard stuff briefly about it. That it was a song that they were working on a while back. So we'll see what happens with that song when it comes out.
Pretty much the original lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, because Chinese Democracy came out in 2008.
Yes.
But it was just Axl.
Yeah.
And, I mean, under the gun, Axl must own the Guns N' Roses name.
And
obviously,
I like that album.
Yeah, it was a good album.
I really do. I like that album.
You got Axl, but I mean, a lot of people are looking for.
We're looking for something else from that lineup.
Well, the guitarist Buckethead is awesome.
He is really good.
Great guitarist.
But I do like that album.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. There's a lot of good stuff on it.
Oh, yeah. But it was good. It was good to hear it.
And our final birthday for today is Amy Adams. She's 49 today. Born in Italy. She's been in a lot of great films. Catch Me If You Can, which was the Steven Spielberg biopic of Frank Abagnale. A fantastic movie.
Oh, that movie was awesome.
Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. He plays Frank Abagnale.
Tom Hanks. That's one of those movies that I could watch over and over and over. I'd never get sick of it.
One of my favorite roles that she's played in is she's played in the movie Vice. She played Lynn Chaney. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic in that film.
That was another good movie.
Really good film, yeah.
And you know what? That movie wasn't slanted, in my opinion.
No.
You know,
I don't think so
it
either.
really wasn't. It was, you know, a lot of times when these people are putting movies out, you know, dealing with, I think the movie W was a little slanted, but Vice wasn't.
No.
I thought it was a straightforward, middle of the road movie. I mean, it really didn't seem like it had an agenda, in my opinion. It just seemed like it was just storytelling, just fictional storytelling. You know,
yeah.
That's all. That's all. I didn't get anything from it, but sometimes people go their own little way, just give you a little message or whatever. I didn't see that in that movie.
No. All right, we got a couple of passings to talk about too. 1912, William Booth, an English preacher. He co-founded the Salvation Army. 2006, Joe Rosenthal, American photographer and journalist, received the Pulitzer Prize for his iconic World War II photograph, raising the flag on Iwo Jima, taken during the 1945 Battle of Iwo Jima. His picture became one of the best-known photographs of the war and was replicated by the U.S. Marine Corps War Memorial in Arlington, Virginia. And 1917, Jerry Lewis passed away, American actor and comedian.
You mean 2017?
2017, yeah. 2017. He passed away.
Yeah.
Jerry Lewis.
He did so much for muscular dystrophy. That man is a saint, in my opinion. I mean, personally, I don't know. You know, you hear stories about everybody, and I could care less. But I mean, every Labor Day weekend, I would watch some of the Jerry Lewis telethon. It went on for years, and it was sad when he stopped doing it because I'm sure that had a lot to do with their donations going down. But maybe, I don't know. I haven't researched it, but you could assume that when a figurehead like that. And I used to stay up and watch it. That was my thing. I used to stay up and watch it. I tried a couple times. I watched the whole thing and stayed up at. Usually, the local broadcasting for it would be on Channel 5. It would be Natalie and Chet Curtis would start it out, and it'd start about 8:00 on that Sunday, and then he'd come in, wherever he was broadcasting, Jerry Lewis, and then he'd go back and forth. But I think 2 or 3 times, in my teenage years, I watched the whole thing. I stayed up and watched it, and I went to 6:00. It was just a little under 24 hours sometimes, or just 24 hours, or maybe over 24. It changed over the years, but that was. And I always donated too. I always did it by telephone. They'd send you a thing, you mail the check to them. I always did that.
All right, we'll take a next commercial break here. When we come back, I think I have a movie recommendation today. We were just talking about Joe Rosenthal, and maybe think of a movie, which is a very, very good movie. One of my favorite biographical war film movies, and we're going to talk about that as a movie recommendation today. Don already knows, I'm sure, what the movie is.
I think so, yeah.
And
directed by Mel Gibson?
Directed by Mel Gibson, that's your hint.
Yep.
Directed by Mel Gibson. Fantastic director, for sure. So we're going to talk a little bit about that movie briefly when we come back here on Middleboro in Review. Today is the 20th of August, 2023. We'll be right back. On WVB at 1530 AM 99.7 FM. Yep. All right.
Well, at least you got all that out of your way. You don't have to rush it at the end and go over.
No. Not a lot of local stuff going on today, so this is just a
You anything else to talk
have
about?
fun show. What?
Can I do a rant? Can I do a rant later?
After my movie recommendation, yes, you can.
Everybody loves a winner. The rags to riches story has become a part of the American dream. And you can hear stories like these every day on the Success Journal. Hi, I'm your host, Chris Whitting, inviting you to join me for the behind-the-scenes stories of those who risked it all while reaching for the stars. Listen every weekday for the Success Journal.
The Success Journal. It comes your way at 7:50 a.m. Monday through Friday as part of WVBF's Morning Wake Up News.
St. Vincent de Paul of Sacred Heart Church in Middleboro serves the residents of the towns of Middleboro, Lakeville, Carver, and Rochester. Our base of operations is
All right.
at the Parish Hall on Oak Street, directly across the street from Sacred Heart Church in downtown Middleboro. At this time, we serve approximately 500 families in our service area, and many of them come to us for various types of aid. This can take many forms and include many of the following programs: utilities and rent assistance, agency referrals, clothing and furniture vouchers, and temporary lodging. For more information, go to svdbmiddleboro.org. May the good Lord bless you and keep you safe.
Yep. All right.
Hey, I'm back. Every Tuesday
All right.
and every Wednesday, it's Coffee with me, Tony Lopes. Local, regional, and national guests. Hot local topics, but more importantly, your calls. Every Tuesday and Wednesday.
It's weird.
Starting at 9 a.m.
Weird hearing this is Tony Lopes bumper now. Promo now.
Why?
Because this was Roger Haber's bumper. 3, 2, and we're back. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Now we're back.
Gotta get
There
the
we go.
groovy music
Gotta get the
going.
bumper in.
Yeah, gotta get the bumper in.
All right.
Well, you were commenting about the Tony Lopes.
I was commenting about the Tony Lopes promo music.
Yeah.
It's a little weird hearing that as Tony Lopes promo music, because I just remember that as Roger Haber's music.
Well, the radio station has all this music.
They
have
do.
A
Yes.
CD of music, which
Yes.
they buy the CDs, and it's all they can play it.
They do. They have a lot of music,
like the beginning of your show. And,
Yes, exactly.
and other shows and stuff like that. And you just remember, like years ago, the bumper for the difference. So I mean, the music is different. Music is different, recycled around a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
So.
A little bit. All right, our movie review, real quick. Hacksaw Ridge is the movie, directed by Mel Gibson. Again, it is a biographical war film. The events did take place. It's about Desmond Doss, who is the first conscientious objector to get a Bronze Star Medal, twice rewarded for Bronze Star Medal of Guam in the Philippines as well, and he served as a combat medic in the infantry with an infantry company in World War II. He was also a U.S. Army corporal as well during the war. He became the only conscientious objector to receive the Medal of Honor for his and other actions. For this and other actions during the Battle of Okinawa, he saved 75 estimated men on his own. Again, he's the only conscientious objector to receive the Medal of Honor for this. And Hacksaw Ridge, amazing movie. Andrew Garfield plays Desmond Doss to a T, I think. Does a very good job playing Desmond Doss. There's a clip at the end of the movie, little clip of a Desmond Doss interview, and Andrew Garfield definitely got Desmond Doss's voice perfect. Andrew Garfield's a great actor. Mel Gibson directed the film. Some other people in the film. Sam Worthington was in it, playing Captain Jack Glover. He's a great actor in this movie. Sam Worthington. He's a great actor, period. Other people in this movie. Vince Vaughn was in it. He did a great job as well. Rachel Griffins was in it as well. And many more people. A lot of great actors and actresses played in that film. Again, Hacksaw Ridge. Hugely recommended for sure. Don?
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen the movie.
No, we got to sit down and watch it. You got to watch it with me?
Yes.
You got to sit down and watch with me?
We have to sit down and watch it. Me and you. But,
okay.
It's a good film, Don, for sure. 100%.
You're very passionate about it.
Yes.
I'm sure it is.
I think, for me at least, you might have a different movie that you consider your favorite war type film. For me, it's my favorite. Right. No, what would be yours? Just since we're on this topic.
Well, it really depends on a serious war movie compared to
exactly.
That's what my favorite World War II movie is Kelly's Heroes.
Okay.
But it's sort of got a, it's not a comedy, but it's sort of, it's not, I can't call it a comedy, but it's just,
no.
I don't know what you call it, but it's not, it's serious to a point, a lot. So as far as anything that is, serious, my favorite movie, it's not really a war movie, but is the Peacemaker with George Clooney and Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
That came out, I think, sometime in the 90s. Awesome movie. I just love it through and through. It's just, you're everywhere. It's just one of those movies where it reminds me of a Bond movie. You're everywhere. You're every part of the world within your 2-hour time. And it really takes you away. So, but as far as a serious war movie, I really have to think about that because there's so many of them out there. But right now, I'd say Kelly's Heroes would be my favorite. But that's they go and rob a bank. It's and the best part of that end of that movie is when the Sherman finally breaks, the last one, Donald Sutherland's command. Donald Sutherland and Telly Savalas and Clint Eastwood walk up like an old western up to the Tiger tank commander, and it's just so great because it was Crap Game, who was Don Rickles' character, came and said, "Make a deal, you can make a deal with them, you know what I mean?" And they made him a deal, and then after Donald Sutherland told him how much money was in the bank. They're all staring at each other, and then in the next scene, they show the Tiger tank blowing out the door of the bank. So it was good. It was made in 1970, so for anybody watching that, there's probably a lot of World War II veterans still alive watching that. I don't know. I think it was anybody who fought World War II. It was terrible, I'm sure, and it was heartbreaking, and people, they probably have nightmares, but I don't know, it's just Not sure if I could say it lightened up the mood a little bit, but I don't think so either because plenty of people died in the movie or whatnot. It was still violent.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just a different.
And same thing with Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge. A lot of people.
Right. I'd say Saving Private Ryan is like one of my favorites.
Okay.
Serious movie of World War II. Kelly's Heroes. I don't know. It's just it's a little
more
off, it's a little off the spectrum.
Off the spectrum.
Off the spectrum as far as just because they were just going to rob a bank and they just had a bunch of cast of characters that made you laugh.
Yes.
I mean, everyone was in that movie. Everyone is in that movie.
And a lot of those actors and actresses are still acting today. You got
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood is.
Anyway.
Donald
Sutherland
still is.
Yeah, in that movie anyway.
So there's still quite a few.
And a lot passed still.
A lot did, yeah. We still got a couple who are still acting to this day as well.
Right.
And with Hacksaw Ridge, a lot of people know Andrew Garfield for playing Spider-Man, but I think he's more than that. I think he's more than just Spider-Man.
Well, my father used to take me to a place called the Oyster House in Quincy. They used to have, they show movies.
Yeah.
And I saw so many movies as a kid, and that's just watching those movies because my father and I were big movie buffs, like me and you. Mm-hmm. We go to a lot of movies. And what was the last movie we saw?
We went to one this year.
Just one this year.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Yeah, that was good.
It was very good.
But there hasn't been many movies. We used to go every week.
Yes.
When the movies were good. There's not many good movies out there, as far as our opinion. We both have two different opinions.
Our options for movie theaters seem to be thinning.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I just think the options for the good movies are thinning.
Yes.
There's nothing out there that...
Unfortunately, Silver City Galleria Mall.
We saw the last movie. I think we saw one of the last movies there.
Yeah, and unfortunately that closed.
Yeah, I think we saw we saw Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
and I think that was the last show playing, or one of them. We went to the 10:00 show.
Yeah,
and that was it. That was it for that. I'm not sure.
I think it was on the last day too.
It was definitely the last day, last show. I wasn't sure if it was the last theater to be let out. I'm not sure if there was other movies.
Probably not.
But. Yeah, but for that particular show, that was something. Anyway,
it was
to see that movie.
It was. Don, you wanted to do a small little rant, but
yeah, I gotta give a minute.
1 second here. I want to make sure I get this out. We're towards the end of the World Cup final. Still 1-0 Spain versus England. They are, I'm guessing they're in the 101st minute, but Spain is leading. That game is probably almost over. Anyway, Don.
We got a minute, right?
About 2 minutes.
Okay, well, I'll just do 1 minute. Move over for emergency vehicles, please. I do a lot of driving. I still don't see that a lot. Route 24.
I don't see it a lot.
No, I don't see it at all, to be honest with you. And there's been a lot of accidents on 20. It was like I was up and down 24 every day this week. So I've seen a lot of accidents. So a lot of people aren't paying attention. And also, to the Canton Street Bridge on 24, it's the last overpass before you hit the 93 split over there, down the southern part of Route 24. They're working on that bridge now, and I think within the next couple of weeks, they're going to be working on the deck. So I think there's going to be a lane shift coming up soon. If anybody's driven on that road, notice the construction signs in and around. Actually, there's a couple down when you get on to 24 south. It's covered, so at some point it'll probably say lane shift. So they're going to be working on that bridge pretty soon too. They already started some work on it already. They're on the outside of the bridge, but at some point you'll see that bridge, the lanes get split a little bit. So just keep that in mind, and just watch out for the motorcycles too. They're out there, and And just, please move over for emergency vehicles. That means tow trucks, fire trucks. And if you see anybody broken down, if you can safely get into the middle lane or get away from somebody who's changing a flat, that'd be good too. I just think 24 has been a horror show. I don't know, something in the water in Route 24. It just seems to be accidents and accidents and accidents. I don't know what's going on Route 24, but I don't see it as much on Route 3 or 95 or 495. I mean, I'm sure it's out there. I don't work the streets like the troopers do, but something about 24, I don't know. I just please slow down on 24. Just please.
Okay, 8 o'clock. We are done for today for the show. Just another quick update on what's going on with the Spain and England final. 103rd minute, 13th minute into stoppage time. I don't know why you need that much stoppage time when England is not winning or it's tied or it's not tied. But 1-0 in down to the 14th minute of stoppage time. 1-0 Spain. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know again why you need that much stoppage time, but I don't make the rules. FIFA does. All right, so bye-bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and we'll be back. I'll be back on the air on Thursday, and we'll be back on the air again with Middleboro in review next Sunday. Bye-bye, everybody. Again, 14 minutes of stoppage time. Why do you need that much time? Oh well, I don't make the rules.
Middleboro Center is 99.7 FM, your hometown radio station.
USA News, I'm Laura Winters. Topping the news this Sunday morning, Hillary now down to a Cat 1 hurricane at this hour, and it's expected to weaken to a tropical storm.
Bye-bye, everybody.